All right, good Thursday morning. Thanks for catching our First Alert Weather live stream. We usually hit this around 8:35 or so, and there's quite a day to talk about weather across northeast Wisconsin. So this is First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Balon live in the First Alert Weather Center. Mr. Ted Miller, who's piloting our live stream down in the newsroom. I'm going to have you see if you can switch video sources because I can't seem to control what's going on here with our shots. If you're able to pop me up on the screen. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Ted Miller, my savior down in the newsroom. All right, so this is a look at First Alert Viper Max. We've got widespread freezing rain coming down across northeast Wisconsin. It is putting a glaze on cars, tree branches, a lot of inanimate objects, if you will. Roads could be wet or they could be icy. It depends on where you're watching us from. We did have some snow earlier this morning in the far north. That seems to have switched over to freezing rain. And I'm going to show you not one, not two, but 6 different sky cameras across northeast Wisconsin. At first glance, it looks like the roads are just wet, and in some cases they are. But the problem is that if they're not heavily treated, or if they're lesser traveled roads, they could be slick and icy. Our air temperatures and our pavement temperatures are hovering right at the freezing mark, around 32 degrees. And so if you have any travel plans this morning, you want to be extra careful. And that ice is starting to weigh down tree branches, and power lines also could be weighed down. And so I do expect that we're going to have more and more power outages excuse me, as the morning wears on. Now, as of last check, we have 9,000 people who are in the dark this morning in Outagamie County, about 4,000 people without power in Wapaka County, with about 1,000 people in Waushara, Winnebago counties, and about 300 people who don't have power in Brown County. Those numbers are not tremendously high, but they're steadily rising, and I suspect that is going to be a developing problem between now and early this afternoon, especially from the Fox Valley and to the northwest. So this is a live view from our Green Bay Sky Cam, and you can see we're right at 32 degrees. You're looking at some of the trees right across the street from WBAY in front of the Brown County Courthouse. And if you look closely, you can see a little bit of ice coating those branches, and that ice accumulation is going to become thicker and thicker as the day wears on. We've got a ice storm warning in the pink shaded counties on our winter alerts map. That's Outagamie County, Waushara County, north and west. Meanwhile, Oconto County in white and more counties to the north and east in white are under a winter storm warning. And then along Lake Michigan, down towards Lake Winnebago, including Brown County, there's a winter weather advisory in effect. Now, these different counties have different expiration times for their alerts, but in general, these alerts will be whittled away from south to north as the day wears on. And the temperatures are critical as far as whether you're getting rain versus freezing rain. These are air temperatures, and they're hovering right at the freezing mark with 20s across the north woods, and our pavement temperatures are going to be in the similar territory. All right, so I am stealing a page from Aisha Morales' playbook, and I'm showing you First Alert traffic. I hope that's okay, Aisha. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, so I'm showing you kind of a wide map of current road conditions, and the latest information from the DOT says that from Green Bay south down the I-41 corridor into the Fox cities, listing as normal travel. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some slick spots on the side and secondary roads. However, in some inland areas, we have partially ice-covered roads across Calumet County and inland Sheboygan, Manitowoc, and Kewaunee and Door counties, although icy roads are more common north of Highway 29, especially once you start getting up towards like Sobieski and Pulaski and Lena, up towards Crivets, and over into portions of Langlade and Forest counties. And so bottom line is that the roads could be wet, they could be icy. The roads are more likely to stay icy across the North Woods as we go deeper into the midday and the afternoon. So with this spring storm that we've been first learning you about the past couple days, there are 2 major threats. The first one is the freezing rain that we're getting this morning. The heaviest ice accumulations are going to be northwest of the Fox Valley. Power outages will be possible. Later today, It's going to shift to a thunder threat. Thunderstorms this evening, especially from Green Bay and southeast. Some of these could be strong, possibly severe, with hail, with high winds. So we want people to stay weather aware through tonight. So here's the forecast for today. Freezing rain, then rain showers, then thunderstorms between now and this evening. With the clouds and that east wind, temperatures will be struggling to rise. If all goes well, around and after sunset, we'll see a high of 39 degrees in Green Bay. So there's our satellite and radar combo. And you can see that freezing rain across the North Woods and northeast Wisconsin. Areas north and west of the Fox Valley could see up to ½ an inch of ice accumulation. Meanwhile, there's rain and thunderstorm activity from Iowa down into Missouri, and also some flashes of lightning around the Chicago area. As this low pressure system tracks north and east, more thunderstorms will be developing today, especially across the western Great Lakes. We have a level 1 to a level 2 risk of severe weather through tonight. That means a marginal to slight risk of strong to severe thunderstorms. And later today, some of these thunderstorms could have wind gusts up around 60 miles an hour, some pockets of heavy rain, perhaps some 1-inch diameter hail. So I know you're getting freezing rain right now, and it seems winter-like out there, but by this evening, it may be spring-like with some passing thunderstorms. So there's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor, and this is our computer model at 9 o'clock. And you can see that Fox Cities, Green Bay, over towards Manitowoc, it's calling for rain with the freezing rain mainly north and west, and that kind of bears out with the DOT road conditions map. That freezing rain will continue across northern Wisconsin at least through the early afternoon, while the valley, midday and afternoon, sees regular old rain showers. Roads could be wet. They could still be slick, though, if they're wet. And then as early as 4 o'clock this afternoon, but probably a little bit more likely as we go deeper into the evening, we'll have some hit and miss showers and thunderstorms. Again, a few of these could be on the strong side. Once we get beyond midnight, the rain and the ice and the storms are moving on out, and most of Friday is looking drier with clouds giving way to some sunshine. But don't let your guard down, especially across the North Woods, because there's another weather maker heading our way Friday night. You can see the rain showers in the Fox Valley, but north of Green Bay, that pink color comes back, and that is some icy mixed precipitation. Yes, that could include some more freezing rain overnight into early Saturday morning. And so even though weather maker number 1 will move out, weather maker number 2 could also bring you an encore performance of a glaze of ice across northern Wisconsin. These showers and areas of freezing rain will diminish heading into Saturday evening. So with that second weather maker on the horizon, the National Weather Service just earlier this morning issued a fresh winter storm watch. That's up towards the Highway 8 corridor, south down towards Langley County. So we'll see what happens, but just know that across the North Woods heading into the weekend, there might be some more active wintry weather that we'll be tracking. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. 39 today and 46 tomorrow with a mix of sun and clouds, and then rain with icy conditions in the north Friday night into Saturday. Saturday, a cloudy, breezy day with morning rain. It looks like Easter Sunday is going to be dry. Not a super great day, but better than an ice storm, right? Or dealing with any severe thunderstorms. Easter looks partly sunny, a high of 46 late in the afternoon. But in the morning, when people are going off to church or going to Easter egg hunts, temperatures will be in the 30s with wind chills in the 20s. Kind of a blustery Easter weekend. All right, your First Alert Super 7-day forecast still looks a bit unsettled next week. I don't think those weather makers Monday and Wednesday night will be as bad as the freezing rain that we're dealing with right now. Squeezed in between there, Tuesday, some sun and hopefully dry weather for Tuesday's spring elections, and looks like temperatures will be topping off in the upper 30s. All right, our forecast is always available whenever you want it. If you're using our free WBAY First Alert Weather app, scan the QR code on the left side of the screen and you get it for free. We've got you covered through all the seasons, winter, spring, summer, and fall, especially when 2 of those seasons, winter and spring, seem to be clashing across Wisconsin, giving us some active weather this morning. All right. Well, I unfortunately can still not control those video sources, so Mr. Ted Miller, if you can bring me back up full here, or go to the Green Bay Sky Camera, that'll work. That works too. This is a live shot again, looking from the TV station across the street, across Jefferson Street, towards the corner of Walnut, and ice is glazing up those tree branches. It's pretty, right? You see the ice collecting on the trees and everything. It's very picturesque. But be very careful out there if you're walking around on your sidewalks, your driveways, parking lots. You may want to walk like a penguin if there's a glaze of ice underneath your feet. We don't want people to slip and fall and hurt themselves. And you can really see those ice-covered trees from our Shawano Skycam. As you look past the intersection there, you can see the kind of white look to those tree branches and the trees in the distance. That's that ice accruing there. And again, it could cause some power outages as the morning and midday wears on. Now, if you get some nice pictures of the freezing rain coating all the different surfaces in your neighborhood, if you can safely take those pictures, feel free to send that to our newsroom. We would love to see your artwork from this freezing rain on this first alert weather day. You can send those pictures to WBAY.com/photos. I'll say it again, WBAY.com/photos. I have a feeling that our buddy Ted Miller down in the newsroom. Ted, are you bringing up that website? Can you show us, Ted? I'm putting Ted on the spot here because this is calling it audible at the very last minute here. He might be able to pull it up here. I think you would want video source 8. Is that what you're looking for there? Yeah, there you go. Are you able to bring that up to our program there? There we go. So we're looking live at our website, WBAY.com. And if you go there, you can see the different little sections there and the different pictures. So those are pictures there of some hail that we got over the past couple days. And if you scroll down, you can find some more weather pictures. So all you have to do is click submit. Just type in your first name, your last name, your email, the stuff that helps us identify who sent the picture in and, grants us permission to show your wonderful pictures because, we want to make sure we ask your permission before showing those either on air or online. And it's easy peasy. All you got to do is fill that out, upload your photo, and boom, it might end up in a newscast. We've shown some really cool ice pictures this morning during our newscast, and we might be showing some more icy pictures coming up in our newscast later today. Again, WBAY.com/photos. All right, we'll wrap up our live stream, Action 2 News Mid-Morning with Aisha Morales and me, starting in about just under 10 minutes on the TV side. So thanks for watching our First Alert live stream. Stay safe with the freezing rain and also stay weather aware with the threat of some thunderstorms arriving as we head towards this evening. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.